up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dee Suturumane and I make videos about motherhood, lifestyle, and this much fitness. So today I'm going to be doing a book review, and I'm going to be putting up more of these as I read some fictional books and some non-fiction books. I have some non-fiction books on my list. I was doing book reviews recently or previously, but they were non-fiction books and they were sort of self-help, business type, but I was just like, that's too much stress. Okay, I've just too much noise coming in from every single where. So I decided I need to start reading some fiction books, and I'm so glad that my doctor suggested pick up a hobby, read a book, blah blah blah. And I was like, I do read, but the book that I was reading was stressing me out more than anything. They were not helping my mental health, so I decided I'll read some fiction books. So the book that I'm going to be reviewing today is Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. Looks like this. If you are on Book Talk, you would have seen this. Very popular on Book Talk. If you don't know what Book Talk is, it's a side of TikTok. TikTok has many sides. I'm on Book Talk, Depressed Talk, Mom Talk, Single Mom Talk, all of the things. And so this was my March book, and I know it's like not even halfway through March yet, but I finished it. Quite a long book for me, over 400 pages. I actually read 2 books in Feb, and so I'm reading Beach Read right now as my March book, and my plan is to read 1 book every month. So at the end of the year I will have read 12 books or just over 12 books. I know somebody on Book Talk that's already read like over 40 books, and we are not even like halfway through the year, but let's not compare ourselves. So getting into the book. So this book, oh my goodness, Kathleen Glasgow, what are you doing to us? I don't give books 5 out of 5 ratings ever, and this was a pure 5 out of 5. So when I first saw this on Book Talk, I didn't know what the heck to expect. Everybody was like, oh, I saw somebody reading Girl in Pieces in public, I hope she's okay, blah 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 blah. And I never read this backside of the book because I feel like it's got spoilers. So I went to Exclusive Books, picked this book up, put it in my bag, and started reading it. Oh my goodness. If you are ready to get your heart ripped out, if you are ready, I've never cried over a book before, and this one, wow. So this is about a book, I mean, not about a book, it's about a girl. Her name is Charlie Davis. She's a teenage girl. She's got a troubled life. She's about to turn 18, and she self-harms. So just, you know, if you want to read this book and you don't want spoilers, don't watch this review because I'm going to spoil this book for you. She self-harms, and it follows her life as she sort of recovers from self-harming, self-mutilation, depression, all of that jazz. It starts her off in a rehab center, and then she exits the rehab center and sort of integrates back into society. And I had no hope for Charlie. When I say zero, I honestly thought that she was gonna die in this book. I thought she was gonna die, and I was just like, if she dies, then fine. But the way that it ends, it just ends so freaking beautifully. I was like, wow, it gave me so much hope. Like, right, I started reading because of my depression, and for me reading is just an escape, right? And so a lot of people will say to me that the books that you like, this one is heavy. Reading these books is not great for your mental health. But for me, it's sort of just like seeing that there are people that struggle with depression, mental health illnesses. It's not copy paste the same as mine for sure, but I know that, okay, this was written by Kathleen Glasgow, who was self-harming. So she's got the, you know, the scars from when she used to cut herself and all of that. And I'm just like, there are people that struggle. And at the end, she's speaking now as the author and saying that she wrote this book for the people that struggle with depression, suicidal thoughts, self-mutilation, all of those things. And I'm just like, wow, there are people that struggle, and there are people that are just like me, and it gets better. It gets better. That blew my mind. Although Charlie Davis is a very young girl, she she turns 18 in this story, and I'm turning 30 right this month in a couple of days. I related to her so much. It's weird because her story is so different from mine. She lived on the streets for a while, then she went to rehab. She got kicked out of rehab because nobody could fund her stay in rehab anymore. Her mother abandoned her. Her father, it suggests that her father unalived himself. She didn't have friends at school. She had this one beautiful best friend that self-harmed to the point of almost death and just never recovered. So she is living an assisted life, if I can say that. She has to be assisted throughout her life. And she's trying to find her feet. She gets a job at a restaurant. She meets this guy who she thinks that she can love enough for him to fix himself. He's an addict. He's addicted to drugs. She does his drug runs for him to show how much she loves it. Like, what? And I feel I related to her because I just found she was so codependent. She loved this guy Riley to the point of destruction. She thought that she could love him enough for him to fix himself. You can't love someone to fix themselves. And then she was enabling his behavior by doing his drug runs. Wow. So I love just how she sort of like finds her group, or her group actually finds her. Her people find her. She feels like she's stuck. She feels like she's trapped. She feels as though this depression is so large that it's going to swallow her, and that the pieces that her life has broken out into, she cannot pick the pieces up. She cannot match. She doesn't know what fits where anymore. And I have been there. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to be so far down in the dumps, in the dirt, you know, that you look at your life now. It's sort of, for me, depression has been like an out of body experience. Well, right now, when I was deep in the depression, it was definitely not an out of body experience. It was very much an inside my body experience. But right now, as I'm stepping out, I'm trying to just recover my life from the shitstorm that it went through. I'm looking at the pieces, and there are days where I feel like I don't reckon which piece is this? Who was this person? Which piece of the puzzle is this? So now I can't identify which piece of the puzzle this is, and so I obviously won't know which piece it will fit with, if you get what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. So she finds her people find her. I have not found my people have not found me. But it sort of just gives me hope, and she pursues her dream of being an artist. She interns with an artist and becomes the artist's assistant. She gets to do an exhibition. This is somebody that never went to art school, has no formal training, it's just pure talent. And yes, I do have formal training in my art, but I also feel as though, you know, I'm talented. The talent was there, and then I decided to pursue it in, you know, professionally, get professional training and become a professional pastry chef, cake artist. But if you wanna dive deep inside someone's mind who struggles with depression and self-harm and drugs and alcohol addiction, this is a book for you. This is the book for you. Be prepared to cry, okay? I mean, I finished this book in 2 weeks, no, 3 weeks, and that's the fastest that I've ever read a book. And I really want to read You'd Be Home Now by Kathleen Glasgow, and How to Make Friends with the Dark. But I need a break from the darkness right now, so I'm reading a little rom-com, and of course I will be reviewing it. So as I said, I'm giving this book 5 out of 5 stars. You know, just like off like tangent a bit, finished talking about the book, I'm just talking about reading now. It's just been such a joy to me. It's brought me so much joy. I love seeing my books lying around. Obviously there's a bookshelf where my books are. I love walking to a bookstore and seeing the book that I want, picking it up, buying it, or ordering stuff online, receiving the package, all of this, and just being in my little reading corner with my blanket and my tea, a slice of cake, and just getting inside this different world, you know. Like right now I'm jumping out of Charlie Davis's world and jumping into somebody else's world. Her name is January. What a beautiful name in this book that I'm reading. And I also love that my son gets to see me reading, and he loves to read, and we buy him books, and he's just, I can't wait to give him some of my favorite books. And I don't have a favorite book right now. Well, Harry Potter, of course, like duh, the Harry Potter series. I actually want to purchase a new series, the Harry Potter series, and read them again. And just one day when he moves out of home and he's going to college or wherever, hand him some books to be like, read this book when, read this book when, read this book when. So like Girl in Pieces, I'd say to him, read this book when you feel that you are in a deep slump and you cannot get out. Or read Girl in Pieces when you feel that there's nobody there for you. I mean, of course I'll always be there for him, but sometimes you do feel as though like, even though there are people that care about you, around you, you do feel as though like there's nobody there, nobody fucking cares, blah 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 blah. So Girl in Pieces for me would be, read this book when you feel there's nobody there, you're feeling lost, you are feeling depressed, you feel hopeless, and it's gonna do the things for you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that little book review. I hope there weren't too many spoilers. Please give this video a thumbs up so that I know you enjoy these types of videos, and I'll see you next week for another video. Bye.